Coming up, we work to answer all your basic med questions. Another victim in the battle for Santa Monica Airport.
And I'm Tom Haines at the Hoover Dam. Come along as we explore the region by helicopter. AOPA Live this week begins in just a moment.
The dream is real, a truly affordable personal jet aircraft. The Subsonics kit is priced at only $42,000. Kit plus engine is still under $100K. Add instruments, upholstery, and paint and you're flying at SonicsAircraft.com.
Welcome to AOPA Live this week. I'm Warren Morningstar, sitting in for Tom Haines, and Melissa Rudinger is on assignment. Well, in just short 5 weeks, BasicMed is scheduled to take effect, and many of you are chomping at the bit to be able to fly without a third-class medical certificate. So how close is the FAA to making the May 1st deadline?
May 1st is the effective date of the rule, and it's the effective date that everything associated with the rule
That's the target
is going to be there.
That's the target date. Right now, it's more or less waiting for those forms to be made available. The target date of May 1st is on track. That's what our sources in the government tell us.
The forms on the online course are now with the Office of Management and Budget, otherwise known as OMB, and OMB has to give a final approval to everything. And here's a very important point. Don't jump the gun on trying to get in with your doc for that medical examination.
Physician's form is in the current advisory circular 68-1. It's a draft version. We have had people go and take it to their doctor and have the doctor proceed with the exam and fill the form out and sign it. It's too soon.
And it's important to know that you must get your medical exam before you take the online course.
When you get to the end of the course, you mentioned that the airman's going to have to enter their information about their doctor's visit, the doctor's name, the date of the visit. And just to emphasize, that drives the fact that you're going to need to make that doctor's visit before you take the course. I know.
And again, FAA tells us they're really trying to have everything done before May 1st. We'll let you know the moment the forms and the online course are approved and available. And we've just completed a webinar on everything you need to know about BasicMed, so you'll be ready for May 1st, and you can find it on our website. And the first part of May is when we'll see the full version of President Trump's budget, a budget that includes an idea to privatize air traffic control. Now, AOPA is committed to ensuring that our robust air traffic control system that's available to all users without discrimination stays that way. AOPA and 15 other general aviation industry groups signed letters to congressional leaders raising concerns over the recent calls to separate air traffic control from the FAA. The letters ask for ample opportunity to review and debate legislation that might change air traffic control funding and oversight. Now, AOPA is concerned about any change in our ATC system, and the association stands firm on one very clear principle. No, repeat, no user fees for general aviation ever. The battle over Santa Monica Airport has unfortunately claimed another business. American Flyers is closing its flight school at SMO in April. Now, the city claims it was for other reasons, but that's sort of hard to believe considering the city's strangulation strategy. Just last year, Justice Aviation, another flight school, closed down after a deal with the city. The city paid Justice nearly $500,000 to halt their Part 16 lawsuit and just go away. AOPA remains committed to keeping Santa Monica Airport open. Some really great news from the You Can Fly program now, a first solo. Well, you may remember the AOPA Flying Club from Hicks Field in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, they won the AOPA Flying Club's airplane giveaway last year. And last week, they soloed their first student. Josh Chastain is 18. He and his dad are building an RV-12 together. Josh is one of the 13 flying members of the club. And hearty congratulations to you, Josh. We couldn't be happier to see that airplane go into such great use. Well, when we come back, what the AOPA Drone Pilot Newsletter has to offer, and flying helicopters over Hoover Dam.
The smoke is on! Perfect start! He's putting on the pressure! What a dramatic finale!
The Red Bull Air Race World Championship returns to San Diego Bay, April 15th and 16th, and play Red Bull Air Race, the game.
Welcome back. There's some great new features in the AOPA online flight planner. We're taking briefing to a whole new level. Now, instead of a cumbersome textual briefing, the update provides a graphical next-gen briefing. Eric Rush with the Flight Planning Products team says it will really help pilots.
This allows us to use a map and a chart, color-coded icons to represent all the information we get in a briefing that we normally got in a text-based briefing. Makes it a lot easier to interpret and digest all of that information.
If you'd like to learn more, there's a live webinar coming up. Join Eric on Tuesday, March 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find all the details on our website. Also, join us at Sun and Fun for a hands-on tryout. Speaking of fly-ins, the first AOPA regional fly-in of the year is coming up in just a little over a month. So join us in Camarillo, California on April 28th and 29th. Now, one thing some of our fly-in visitors have asked for is more things at the fly-in, and so we listened. A new addition this year is a seller's corral. It's going to allow buyers to connect with sellers right at the heart of it all.
They have the opportunity to park near show center. This is sponsored by aircraftforsale.com. So they're going to be driving traffic to the corral. We'll be driving traffic to the corral, and we'll put buyers and sellers together.
And we're bringing a lot of the things that AOPA has to offer to that table. Now, each seller will receive a VREF report on the value of their airplane. AOPA Insurance Services will have several hypothetical quotes for each airplane for reference. AOPA Aircraft Finance will be on site to help prospective buyers through the process of financing anything they want to buy at the show. And once again, you can find all of the details on our website. Well, drones are an important part of the aviation landscape. AOPA recently launched the drone membership, which, pardon the pun, is taking off well. And one thing you expect from AOPA is quality journalism. We really do work hard to cover general aviation for you, and now that includes drone pilots. We've launched the AOPA Drone Pilot newsletter. It comes out every 2 weeks and is full of information for the Part 107 operator or the drone enthusiast, plus some fun things. You're seeing a clip from the winning submission in the New York Drone Film Festival. The link to it is in the most recent edition of Drone Pilot. To sign up for the free newsletter, just head over to our website. And we hope you'll always make the right decision while flying. There's a lot that goes into aeronautical decision making. The AOPA Air Safety Institute has a revamped course that is designed to help you. It's called Do the Right Thing. It's now being re-released and it's been reconfigured so it'll run on your iPad. You can use it to learn how to make the right call when your safety is on the line. Find the course, once again, on our website. Well, as we said at the top, I'm sitting in for Tom Haines, who's out having a Desert Southwest chopper adventure. He joins us now from the Hoover Dam along the mighty Colorado. So, Tom, are you by any chance looking into the bustling world of flight scene?
We are. Yes, we are. Thanks, Warren. We're here at the Hoover Dam on the Nevada-Arizona border, where the flight seeing world is growing. When it comes to flight seeing operations, General Aviation serves as an ambassador to the public, a way to show others some of the amazing views that we pilots experience all the time. Family-owned Papillon Helicopters is one of the largest operators in the region, flying from 4 locations around the Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Boulder City, and most recently the Hoover Dam, where we caught up with them. And when it comes to ambassadors, it's hard to imagine one more capable than Maureen Work, a captain on the A-Stars for Papillon. Work worked hard to get to her position as a captain for Papillon.
I am from a very rural area in Colorado, and I was part of a volunteer ambulance corps. So to get people off the mountain into a hospital took some doing. We saw Flight for Life a lot. So I decided I wanted to be a helicopter pilot, and after I went to college, I went to Hawaii and started flight training.
After Hawaii, Work moved to South Korea.
I was a CFI there, so I taught ground school, English classes, and flight training.
After all that hard work moving around the world, Work found herself at Papillon Helicopters, where her days flying over the desert start early.
Days are getting longer. We're going to start showing up here at 4:45 in the morning or 5 in the morning. So you start early, come out, do a thorough pre-flight, get your passengers ready, and head out. The first flights in the morning are really, really beautiful.
Once dropped into the pilot's seat, it's clear she enjoys her day.
So coming up here just past this train on the left-hand side is where we'll see the Hoover Dam Bridge and the Hoover Dam. That U-shaped structure down there, that's the power plant for the Hoover Dam. There are 17 large turbines located down there.
Part of the job is making helicopter first-timers feel comfortable.
People who have never been in the helicopter before, which is pretty common, are typically very excited. They're really taken aback by the scenery.
Papillon began operating out of this helipad next to the Hoover Dam Lodge last summer. Rather than longer trips to the Grand Canyon, as it offers from some of its other locations, this one offers quick and lower-cost tours over the lake and dam. Prices start as low as $39 for a 3-minute swing over the lake. A 10-minute tour of the lake, dam, and Black Canyon is $119. While 10 minutes seems short, the speedy Airbus A-Star covers a lot of ground, giving a lot of memories really fast. And clearly the tours are a big hit with customers, including this Florida-based truck driver going by who saw the signs and treated himself to a tour.
Man, I loved it. It was just a beautiful bird's eye view of the mountains and everything, the color, and plus, just the feeling of being in the helicopter. It was pretty cool.
So Warren, it's great to hear the enthusiasm of the passengers and the pilots here who get to fly every day in this amazing environment.
So, Tom, with Papillon opening a new location there at Hoover Dam, it sounds like business is really growing. But we also hear about the shortage of professional pilots. Are they experiencing that there?
Yeah, well, a great question. I don't know, maybe it's the 360 plus days of sunny weather here, but at least here, the pilot shortage has not yet materialized, at least according to Simon Whiteley. He's the chief pilot at Papillon.
I've had no difficulty hiring for this year or indeed years past. We will be at around 125 pilots in this company this year, and I have those number of resumes over and above what I already have. So I think the flight school industry is doing a tremendous job. There are some great flight schools out there producing what I see as probably an improving caliber of pilot.
However, Warren, if you're looking to start a second career, get your rotor rating, I'm sure maybe I can pull some strings for you down here.
Oh, well, I've never really mastered being able to pat my head and rub my belly.
Well, I think that is a requirement to do some of that rotorcraft stuff. But when it comes to showing the public what helicopters can do, it's not all about flight seeing. We had another amazing experience this week that you're not going to believe. We'll show you more next week. Prepare to be amazed. Back to you.
Boy, Tom, that really looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to see it next week, but I don't understand why you always get all the great trips. Well, that's all for this edition. Thanks for joining us. We hope you'll tune in next week for another AOPA Live This Week.
Brightly, instruments for professionals.